Put my feet up on the highway bars. That's much better.
Yeah, she built like my trunk. Damn, she got more trunk than my trunk. Go, go, go. Devin, don't stop.
Just like my Chevy. Just like my Chevy. Just like my Chevy. Just like my Chevy.
It's nice, dude. Airs your legs out. It's nice. It's a good position. Need some bars up here. Actually, I need a shifter on the handlebars now. There! Cool. Ah, that was a cub. That means there's a pissed off mama somewhere. That was neat. Imagine hitting one of them fucking things. That would fuck you up something good. Especially if it was alive after you hit it. Is that a scooter? It is a scooter. No, that was a bike. It was just really stupid looking. Was it a Grom? Those are funny. I'd get a Grom. They're too expensive though. Aren't they like $3 grand for that little fucking thing? I wouldn't pay that much for a scooter. I'd go for like Chinese scooters R Us, like $400 scooter thing. The Super Scoot 1000. So this is the part of the ride where my motorcycle needs to convert into a helicopter and just fly me home. We should invent that. Fuck you. Stupid ass phone. The new phone for warranty and still didn't fix the goddamn stupid ass, stupid head voice command bullshit thing. Bitch. Went on a long ass ride today on the Aprilia and it has not exploded just yet. And my ass is hurting, so I'm standing up because even with the quote-unquote comfort seat, it's not. It is still pretty much. It's a 2x6 instead of a 2x4. That's about how comfortable it is, and it's coated in sandpaper. Heading up through Pennsylvania, and wouldn't you know it, half the roads aren't fucking paved here, and it is super-duper fun on a dual sport bike because it goes squish down all the roads, which is cool. And I don't have mirrors, and there's not a cop behind me, so we're good. And it handles pretty good on road too. And I gotta get mirrors. So yeah, we actually have dual sport bikes, and we actually use them as dual sport bikes. Like literally half on, half off. Well, mileage wise, like 75% on road, but just because you have to get to the dirt. But time wise, probably 50% off road, which is pretty cool. And I'm just trying to kind of modulate my speed on this thing because it feels really abusive cruising at a high speed on this bike because the motor's at 8 quadrillion RPM. And it's also completely unbalanced and pretty much a race bike, so it's not like the super most practical vehicle to ride around on, but not like him up there on the DOZ, which can run like 80 billion miles between oil changes and it's still fine. This thing needs pretty regular maintenance, and this is probably the longest trip it'll ever has done so far. This is not a practical bike at all because it gets about 20 miles to the gallon, which is incredible because my Buell gets about 60, and it has literally more than 2 of these engines. But this thing's also a fucking missile. However many obscene amounts of horsepower in like 260 pound bike. It's like a mountain bike with an engine. Swapped the Supermoto rear spring in it because I'm a fat ass and I was too heavy for the stock one, so it would just bottom over everything. And adjusted all the dampening settings, and it's pretty much how it sits. I'm hoping I got one of the few RXVs that is actually a somewhat reliable and decent bike. So this one seems to be pretty good. It kept blowing out oil sensors, but then I got this nice little bell from my girlfriend. And it hasn't blown one out since. Which is kind of weird, because normally I'm not a very superstitious person, but damn it if that bell doesn't seem to work. It is staving away all the Italianitis that this bike gets, where it just breaks all the time. Bike seems pretty good. Seems fairly reliable, despite what everything on the internet would have you seem, have you believe. Haven't done the valve check on it just yet, but that's coming pretty soon. And I'm probably going to say fuck the manual on replacing the pistons after like however many hours, because that's kind of bullshit. I'm not replacing the pistons after whatever the hell it says, like 90 hours of use. Fuck that. I'll check the compression and replace the pistons when they're fucking need to be replaced. Other than that, eat my asshole, because I'm not paying you stupid amounts of money for pistons when I don't need them. It runs pretty good, and if I kick it down, and still lifts the front wheel and forth, so and that's no clutch. Hey dear, cool, there's deer marks on this road. I wonder if there's other marks of other things. Like bear crossing? There should be bear crossing, because there was a fucking bear crossing the road. We only saw one deer, but we saw one bear. So that means there's as many deer as bear, statistically. So there should be a bear crossing sign. And I saw a dead turtle. There should also be a turtle crossing sign. And the more prevalent one really should be a squirrel crossing, because we've seen like 50 squirrels cross the road so far. And also a frog that you might have seen earlier in the video that I thought was a snake, because it was going through the water all like curly, snaky-like, and left like a little snake trail thing. Which I initially thought was a very strange snake, because it would have been underwater, and every snake I've ever seen in water does not go underwater. They're not submarine snakes. That'd be pretty terrifying though. I probably wouldn't go in any water ever if there was snakes crawling around under the water. I wonder if there's a platypus crossing sign. There might be. I don't think they're native to here though. It'd be kind of a weird job. Somebody that has to milk platypuses? Platypus? A pod of platypus. There's jobs where people have to milk venom from different things though, and that would be kind of a cool job as a platypus venom milker. You just apply for a new job and get to put that down on your resume. I was a platypus milker. I got platypus venom out of male platypi and their hind spiky leg venom injector things. Now I geared this thing up a little bit too. You still actually rev higher than that at 54 or 5 miles an hour. As of right now, it does feel like I am riding like 43 chainsaws, spinning at max speed. This battery, all the battery's gonna last this thing. I've already been through 3 batteries in this drift. Yeah, my girlfriend's drift, because she stole my pivot heads that she bought me. And I guess I kind of stole. What the hell was that? Looked like maybe a deer? That guy's got no helmet on behind me. Should brake check him and teach him a lesson as to why wearing helmets is a smart thing to do. I guess he probably doesn't value his brain that much. Or, you know, his teeth or eyes from rocks coming up in it. I don't know why you wouldn't wear a helmet. It's not that uncomfortable. I can see if you're like not on a road of significant speed, maybe on like a scooter going, I don't know, 10, 15 miles an hour, I wouldn't wear one, but Anything that's faster than like what I could go on a bicycle, I probably would be inclined to wear a helmet. Really, I should even wear one on a bicycle. Ooh, nice mountain bike. What do you have? Hyper. That's a piece of shit. Okay. I'm a mountain bike snob. Junk. Well, at least he's riding it. That's good. Let's see. Done 40 miles. So I may or may not make it to the town we were planning on stopping in. This thing's actually been all over the place today for mileage. I think I actually got it up to like 35 miles per gallon at some point. Which is like unfucking heard of on this bike. I usually get like 20, I'll get like 15 in the fucking woods. I don't know why this thing's such a dog on gas. I mean, yeah, it's spinning kind of fast, but I could be doing like 100 average on the Buell and just still gets like 60 miles per gallon. And I know this thing runs rich as hell. I'm probably like killing the guy behind me with fucking fumes. And he's riding all the way off to the other side. This thing makes your eyes water when you're behind it. So we did some shenanigans over here before, but the fucking GoPro drift, whatever, camera thing, wasn't fucking recording. So it was being a piece of shit. Yeah. Probably operator error realistically, but nothing's ever my fault, so it was a piece of shit. And maybe we'll stop in New York for gas. And I'll stop like in Matamoros or something. Fat Horse.